no executive session tonight.
Yeah, we got to have one.
Oh, we do? Oh.
We need to get through this so we can call Mr. Thompson. We told him we'd call him around 7:30, so let's smoke this one.
He's coming, or we get a conference call?
We're at conference call. We're going to talk to him over the phone.
Where is He's talking.
Yeah, Margaret, you're going to ask two questions tonight. We got to get to executive session quick. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Would you stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under additions and deletions, I need a motion for an executive session for legal counsel litigation.
I make a motion, we add an executive session for litigation.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Let's move on to approval of minutes for the January 24th council meeting and the January 10th executive session meeting minutes. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion we approve our minutes for January 24th and our executive session for January 10th.
Motion, is there a second?
I'll second that.
A motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing nothing, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Before we go to reports, I'm going to have our new police officer, Joel Eldridge, come down, and I'm going to swear him in. Shorter phrases than I did for Mr. Palmer. Okay, raise your right hand. I, Joel Eldridge, do solemnly swear
I, Joel Eldridge, do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
that I will obey and defend the Constitution of the United States,
And the Constitution of the State of Wyoming.
the Constitution of the State of Wyoming,
That I have not knowingly violated any laws related to my election or appointment,
that I have not knowingly violated any laws to my election or appointment,
or caused any to be done by others,
or caused any to be done by others,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Go. No.
It worked really good.
Go ahead, sticking. Reports. Councilman Moulton.
Elevate had their meeting on the 3rd. Quite a few people showed up. We would like to see more, but that's how it goes. And I think the mayor and Tony Lehner for showing up and everything, give us input and helping us out. We're going to have a regular meeting this Thursday. We're going to move forward fast because we got Deer Creek Days coming up, and it's before you know it, it's going to be here. So
Yes.
that's what's happening with that.
Okay. Councilwoman Fonce.
I have nothing.
Councilman Kincaid.
No reports, but I did, since our last meeting, take a tour back here of the new police area and the dispatch area, and it's really impressive and amazing how much room you guys made. So I hope that works for you guys.
Randy and Jared mostly to thank for it.
Real nice.
Who's the brains behind that operation?
Anyway, it's very nice.
Councilwoman Nunn.
Yes, sir. The library is renovating the old building into a community building meeting hall. They are investing in improving and upgrading the acoustic system. The room will be divided into two spaces so that one area it can be used as two areas. One will have a hardwood floor and the other one will have carpet. They also plan to have access to an outside deck area and hope to have this project completed by the fall. The annual Chocolate Festival will be Saturday, February 19th at the library in Douglas, so if you know of anyone interested in entering this competition, please check with the personnel at the library. And on February 24th, a Celtic Finger guitarist will be presenting a concert at 6:30 at the library. The staff at the library continues to provide some excellent services for our community. Landfill. Continuing to navigate the process of closing the open pit, the landfill board is in the process of resolving the land reclamation issue between the town and the landfill. The landfill has contracted with the IMF Forestry Mulching out of Newcastle, Wyoming. They are starting to work on the greens material, and hopefully we will get a plan to dispose of the chipped material that will offer the public an opportunity to use this material. Landfill board meets on Thursday, and I hope to get more specific details on the disposal process. Community Grant Service, moving right along here, Bruce. Sheila Gilbertson has been hired to help administer the ERAC grant for Converse County, Douglas, and Glen Rock. I hope soon to have a step-by-step process for people to use to apply for assistance and a list of specific assistance that will be available. Judy Gonzalez has been hired to serve as a case manager here in the Glen Rock office. I do not currently have a schedule for her hours, but will get them to you as soon as I can confirm them. And real quickly, this is February 14th, a special day to thank people. So, number one, thanks to Tammy Taylor for providing lunch for all the town employees. Thanks to all the parties who have been involved in redesigning the dispatch area in the police department. It looks great. So nice to see an area that can serve as a break area for both dispatch personnel and police personnel. Number three, thanks to the unknown party who replaced the two flags by the industrial sign park. They look crisp and professional. And number four, thanks to Mayor Ramel. He mentioned that there will be two flag poles placed in the town square park, one for the American flag and one for the Wyoming flag. That will look nice. And
The only thing I wanted to bring up was last week was Appreciation Week for our water and wastewater certified management people in the state of Wyoming that usually work for all of our cities and towns. And I would like to congratulate everybody at Public Works that are all certified in water and wastewater treatment for the town of Glen Rock. Tammy, clerk.
I just wanted to mention that Kelly and I will be out of the office later this week, about later in the day, Wednesday to late afternoon Friday. We'll be at the WHAM convention in Cheyenne. And then we are trying to have a work session on the personnel policy. We would like to do it at 6 o'clock before the next council meeting.
6.
Yeah, if that works for you guys. That's all I have.
Okay. Kelly, treasurer.
Evening, Mayor and Council. The only thing I have, again, out for WHAM next week, partial week. I did note in my email to you guys with reports that sales tax did go up by quite a bit. I drove into that a little bit today through the treasurer site, and it looks to be mining and then retail sales and then wholesale. And I didn't go any further than that. It usually doesn't specify a whole lot. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Randy, Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Crew's been busy with garbage collection, meter and meter pit upgrades, collecting. We're trying to complete all our SOPs for safety, and we're doing safety meetings in a safety program. And they're also installing all the exercise equipment. They've got, I think, 4 pieces put up so far. They poured some more concrete today. And just wanted the mayor to know that the coat rack is repaired.
Hung my coat up over there.
So I've been busy with SLIB applications and loans, lots of meetings. I've attended and Mayor attended Town Square, Boys and Girls Club building, and landfill board meeting today. So everything's just moving along and moving real quick, actually. They got all the metal up on the walls on the Boys and Girls Club. finish that today.
Those guys move.
Yeah. Probably start the roof tomorrow.
When's the exercise equipment going to be popping up along the bike, the
We've
walking?
got 4 pieces up now, and they're pouring concrete for the rest of them.
Very good, thank you.
Been working on it.
Did you have to build those up quite a bit?
A little bit.
Areas,
The first 2 are right by the Brookstill Park. Is that the name of it?
Mhm.
Yeah, the first 2 are there, and then we're continuing on down. So they poured some more concrete today, and getting ready to bolt them down.
Mandy, Community Development.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I took a grant class this last week. That was exciting and learned lots. Tour Town Square, that's getting exciting as we're getting closer to the completion of that. Starting to look at some dates maybe in June for our grand opening. Narrowing that down and looking at other events that are going on in June. Working on policies and procedures for Town Square. Working on the venue rental and fees. So just going to get that stuff together. Working on social media so we can start sharing pictures and everything and keeping everybody updated. Tourism Board will meet tomorrow. We did get our pictures in to the Tourism Board for the activity guide that went to publication today. So that was exciting. We got that in there. The Deer Creek Museum grand opening is going to be June 4th. Their dance and their fundraising, their pie sale will be on July 9th. And we're working on some steer tripping for the county fair on July 16th.
Okay. Calder, Chief.
Happy Valentine's Day, Mr. Mayor and Council. Regards to the new officer, obviously, you know Mr. Joel Eldred has joined the force, brings to us 18 years of law enforcement experience, and has lived in the town of Glen Rock for over 18 years. Most of you are probably familiar, so we're pretty excited about that. He's out on the streets now doing his FDO program. You also know that we've been waiting for quite some time for new vehicles to come in. When it rains, it pours. They all came at once. So we're pretty busy getting those all outfitted and ready to go. Pretty excited. They all look really great. Want to thank Randy for getting us Stuart's new vehicle. And, of course, Jared's just pumping away out there trying to get things electronically hooked up. I'm working on a Narcan policy. I talked to you guys about that a couple weeks ago, I think. All of that has come in. I'll pass this around if you guys want to look at it now or maybe afterwards if you're even interested. But these are what we'll be carrying the Narcan in. Just little cases as well as the Narcan inside. I can show it to you afterwards. Also, just recently purchased, these are called Guardian Angels. These are small lights that are worn on the shoulder of the officers when we're out performing work at night. They just aid in more visibility for us. Just worn on the shoulder, obviously then passing traffic can see you when you're mobile, not next to your vehicle. So something I thought was pretty cool, pretty important. Let you see that as well afterwards. That's all I have tonight.
Jared, IT.
Yeah, evening, Mayor and Council. We've been working hard on getting dispatch all wired up. We've got all the wiring run, and we're waiting now on countertops. Once countertops are in, we can finish getting everything wired up, and should be able to build their stations and get them back in there here shortly. I think I heard the countertop should be here in the next week or two, so hopefully that'll be wrapped up and done. Randy was very helpful. We've got the fiber project that we went and bored all that conduit for earlier in the last, I guess that was last year that all got bored in. So we're now actually, they're back, they're doing a little more boring for us, but they're also blowing in fiber, so they're getting all that fiber blown in and pulled through. We've got a group coming in to terminate all that, and so that'll be how we get Town Hall connected to Town Square, and then from Town Square out through to the Fire Hall and Public Works Building. Then we'll all be on a single network at that point and be able to kind of share resources, and obviously all the internet bills and phone bills and everything we pay for out at Public Works and possibly even the fire department will go away because we can provide internet service from here. So yeah, that's been taken up, and we've also been working real hard at getting phone lines out there at the Town Square. That's been kind of a nightmare working with CenturyLink, obviously, to get that going, but they're needed for the elevator. The elevator needs, obviously, security lines to be able to call out and stuff, and so we've been working with CenturyLink to get that done, but I think we're getting close. At least it feels close, but who knows?
One other thing, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a comment on that is I donated all the fiber to it.
Yeah.
We did?
Five.
Gave us a 6,000-foot rule.
Yeah.
That was very helpful. It saved us a lot of money.
Yep.
That's not,
Yeah, that's about it for me.
Okay, moving on. Oh, items from the floor. Any items from the floor this evening? Don't everybody get up at once. We'll move on to new business. First item of new business is designating the Converse County Bank as a depository. To conform with Wyoming State Statute, formal application is hereby made by the Converse County Bank, a Wyoming corporation duly organized and existing under and by virtue of the law of the state of Wyoming, and it has having its principal place of business in Douglas, Converse County, Wyoming, to be designated as a depository for the ensuing year. Enclosed here within is a certificate copy of the resolution of the Board of Directors dated January 11, 2022, which authorized the pledging of security sufficient to secure deposits in excess of $250,000. So is there a motion?
I move that we accept the bank, the Converse County Bank, as our designated depository.
There's a motion, there's a second.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next order of business is a contract for employment assistance services with Jane Stearns, MSLPC, as a counselor. Under the contract states, I, Jane Stearns, MSLPC, agreed to provide mental health and substance abuse services for the town of Glenrock employees, family members at a professional courtesy discounted rate of from $175 per hour down to $100 an hour. The first 3 sessions will be allowed per calendar year. Any additional sessions will be billed to the employee's insurance. A billing number will be assigned to the client to protect confidentiality. Mandatory referrals by the Department for Work-related issues will require the client to sign a release for information to be exchanged with their supervisor regarding appointment attendance and work-related concerns. This contract can be discontinued at any time by either party that either party believes that the arrangement is no longer satisfactory. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the contract for employee assistance services.
Motion, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next order of business is Resolution 2022-1, a resolution authorizing submission of capital construction loan application to the State Loan and Investment Board on behalf of the governing body for the town of Glenrock, Wyoming, for the purpose of drinking water, sanitary sewer, and roadway improvements in the town of Glenrock, Wyoming. Whereas the governing body for the town of Glenrock, Wyoming desires to participate in the capital construction loan program to assist in the financing of this project. Whereas the governing body of the town of Glenrock, Wyoming recognizes the need for the project, whereas the capital construction loan program requires certain criteria be met as described in the State Loan and Investment Board rules and regulations governing the program, and to the best of our knowledge, this application meets those criteria, and whereas the governing body of the town of Glenrock, Wyoming commits to maintaining the project for the life of the loan, and whereas the governing body of the town of Glenrock, Wyoming plans to repay the requested capital construction loan from the following sources: Town of Glenrock General Fund, Town of Glenrock Water Fund, Town of Glenrock Sewer and Street Fund. And now there be it resolved by the governing body of the town of Glenrock, Wyoming, the loan application is in the amount of $719,871 for a term of 5 years to be submitted to the Office of State Land and Investment for consideration at the State Loan and Investment Board meeting to assist in funding the drinking water and sanitary sewer and roadway improvements in the town of Glenrock, Wyoming. Further be it resolved that Randy Rumpler, Public Works Director, is hereby designated the authorized representative of the town of Glen Rock to act in behalf of the governing body of all matters related to this loan application, passed and approved and adopted the 14th day of February 2022. I'm waiting for warm weather, so is there a motion?
I move that we pass Resolution 2022-1.
There's a motion, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
What's this covering?
This is, we pulled our other application because we didn't want to wait for a vote. And the next resolution is the grant for SLID we want to do.
It's for the Second Street project.
What's that? Did we ever look into what it would do to get on the ballot? I mean,
We can get on the ballot, but we wanted to get this project over. That's why we're doing this and then the grant.
By the time we wait to get on the ballot or do a special election, we'd be another year out of working on the project. Any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next resolution is Resolution 2022-2, a resolution authorizing the submission of federal mineral royalty capital construction account grant application to the State Loan Investment Board on behalf of the governing body for the purpose of replacement of failing water mains, sanitary sewer, and streets in South Glen Rock. Whereas the governing body for the town of Glen Rock desires to participate in the federal mineral royalty capital construction account grant program to assist in the financing of this project, and whereas the governing body of the town of Glen Rock recognizes the need for the project, whereas the federal mineral royalty construction account grant program requires that certain criteria be met as described in state loan and investment board rules and regulations governing the program. To the best of our knowledge, this application meets those criteria, and whereas the governing body of the town of Glen Rock, Wyoming plans to match the requested federal mineral royalty construction account grant from the following sources: town budget, Water Development Commission funding. Whereas the governing body of the town of Glen Rock, Wyoming plans to match these requested federal mineral royalty capital construction account grant from the following sources: town budget, Wyoming Water Development Commission funding, State Loan and Investment Board, and capital construction loan. Now therefore be resolved by the governing body of the town of Glen Rock, Wyoming, that the grant application in the sum of $1,250,000 be submitted to the State Loan and Investment Board for consideration at the June 2022 SLID meeting to assist in the funding of the South Glen Rock Infrastructure Improvement Project. Be it further resolved that the governing body of the town of Glen Rock, Wyoming hereby designates Randy Rumpler, Public Works Director, as the authorized representative of the town of Glen Rock to act in behalf of the governing body on all matters relating to the grant application. Passed and approved and adopted the 14th day of February 2022. Is there a motion?
I move we adopt resolution number 2022-2.
Motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
What are the odds of getting that?
Pretty good. They
Pretty
got
good.
new money coming up too, and that's why we're doing this now.
Yeah, there's a lot more money this time for this go around of SLIB than there was last time. 90%.
Is this a no payback thing?
Yeah, this is the normal SLIB money. That's all. Yeah, it's just all grant money. The last SLIB meeting in January, almost 90% of it went to the town of Bar None for the exchange to be installed on the I-25 interstate.
What's the total cost of this fix-up for South?
For Second Street, about
Seconds to $5 million, but we probably will have to break that in two phases.
What are our chances of getting this grant? Any idea?
80%. I'd say 80-85%. Last January is the first time we've ever been turned down. That's going to be route.
They ran out of money in a hurry.
Is this going on that Second Street project?
Yes.
And along with the others?
There's 700.
We have 965 or 56.
Something like that from Wyoming Water Development. So
We already have that grant.
Any other discussion? If not, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next order of business is the Town of Glen Rock Ordinance Number 731, Glen Rock Town Code Animal Ordinance on third and final reading. Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we approve ordinance 731 on the third and final reading.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Mr. Mayor, this definition of whatever all these terms that was included with this package, there's one of those definitions that maybe should be tweaked just a little bit. On page 50, where it defines a motor home as any vehicle, unit type 35 feet or less in length and 8 feet or less in width, primarily designed as temporary living quarters for camping or traveling issues.
50?
According to the RV Industrial Association, they support a definition of a motor home as being 45 feet as a maximum length and 102 inches in width. And if that's their definition, we perhaps should have that as the definition for what a motorhome is.
I didn't know this had anything to do with motorhomes when it was on animal
Well,
control.
we got this bunch of
I saw
stuff
that.
with that, you know. So
Oh, why did you put that in there, Tammy?
I was kind of surprised it was there too. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, me too.
A mobile home on page 50?
Which one are you?
Motorhome.
Modular home.
No,
Ma-
motorhome.
Oh, motorhome, there it is.
I'm trying to get to page 50.
I know it.
It's like, Jesus.
I mean, it's a very technical thing.
So what's the industry's definition? I'm sorry?
RV Industry Association supports a definition of a motorhome as a vehicle 45 feet maximum length, 102 inches width. And we have down 35 feet or less, 8 feet or less in width.
You said 102 inches width?
102 inches in width. That is the official definition accepted by the RV Industry Association. They probably know more about it than we do.
Does that equal out? Is that the same?
Still off.
It's 8 feet?
The width is
More than 8 feet.
It's 8.5 feet approximately.
Yeah.
Come on, Roy, I want that half feet to park my motorhome.
So do you want me to change that?
You never park out in the street anyway. It's up in the driveway.
Well, I might get the urge to park in the street.
All right. I guess if you'll add something to the motion to amend those two numbers on that. Whoever made that motion,
Boots.
I'll make a motion that we amend that to read, how many feet?
45 feet
45
max.
max.
45 max length.
102
by
inches width.
102 inches wide.
okay, that's been amended on the motion. Who seconded?
I'll second it. Or
You-
we mutually seconded it. I don't know who you got down to second it. It was seconded.
It's been seconded again. Any other discussion? I still don't know how all that got into animal
You're
control.
good, Margaret.
Hey, I'm motorhome sensitive.
Hearing no other discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. I believe our next order of business is bills and claims. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that we pay our bills.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion over bills and claims? Hearing nothing, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Well, since that takes care of all new business, will somebody make a motion to adjourn to executive session?
I move we adjourn to executive session.
Motion on the floor, is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We will adjourn to executive session.
Do we need to take a candy bar hard, you think, Mr. Black?
I'm going to try and save mine.
I was thinking eating my... How about eating it on the way home? That's always a good plan. Well, I keep telling you, Roy, you got to get some of these good things. If you just go to Staples and get you a package of it, you'll be in business.
That ain't gonna work. Yeah. Only 62. That ain't bad.
It's been 3 weeks since last week.
Coulter.
God willing, the next week.
This light is nice.
No, this one had some expensive ones in there.
That's really